Hi, and welcome to the tutorial on archive. The archive is a place where you can store your images and generators after you have keyworded them. You don't have to archive your images. If you have put the keywords into the IPTC fields of your images and you feel secure that they're well keyworded, then you can just delete the images in your keyword entry and go on to import another batch. Just hit delete all images. If instead you want to save your images and put them in the archive, then you want to go to File, Archive Images and Generators, and say yes. And it then puts clears out your entry screen, so then you can then do another batch of images and puts those images and their generators in the archive. Now, what can you do with the archive? One of the things that it's helpful for is if you get a call from a client who wants the images and keywords for a certain subset, you can go into the archive and go to Find, and you can search the archive by keyword, by file name. We have a whole list of file names, so you could do a range of file names, by batches, by caption, and by photographer. Of course, you can't do that in the individual program. It's just for the enterprise program. So I go and I choose Medicine of the People, and then I go and choose Find. Finds the 16 images, and then I can go up to File, and I can export those keywords. So I go to Export, say yes, and I can put in Medicine of the People. And I've now can save that, and I say replace. So I now have a tab file with just the keywords for the subset. So the archive is very helpful in for you to find subsets of your collection and to send out the keywords for just that group. Another thing you can do with your images in the archive is that I can do the keyword archive cloner from here. Now, first, to do that, I need to have images in the entry screen. So let's go and import some images. We'll just quickly import a group of images. Second import. So I import these four, and I say, oh yeah, I've already keyworded that. It's in the archive. And then I go and find one, so that one, and then I go to Image, Keyword Archive Cloner. Brings me to the same cloning screen. I choose the four, and I go through the process, and it copies the keywords from the image in the archive to these. Notice that it doesn't bring in the original image that it does for the regular cloner, because the images in the archive you cannot change the generators there. It's a read-only file. So it just brings in the ones that you want to copy the keywords, the generators to. You can make any changes here, and again, just like the regular cloner, you go through the process and you're finished. And then of course I can process, but I don't want to process them because I just wanted to show you that. So that's one of the things that you can do in the archive, is to take an image and copy it to an active image in the entry screen. Another thing that you can do in the archive, and it's an important thing to remember in the archive, is that these images and the generators are just a read-only file. You cannot change anything. So if I want to change something here, I need to bring it back into the keyword entry, into the entry screen. And to do that, well, one of the ways I can do a find, and one of the things I can do a file on the name list. So I can have all the file names, and I can be very specific in which files that I want to bring together. And again, this is just trying to get a subset for someone else who may want different keywords. So I go ahead and find those images. I got those 4 images, and then I want to bring those into the entry screen because I want to re-keyword them. Now I would want to do that mainly. I have a client who maybe has a different search engine protocol and needs different keywords than the ones I have attached to them. So in this way I would bring them into the keyword entry, re-keyword them with a different style, and let's show you how to do that. So I go File, Move Shown Images to Keyword Entry. I say yes, I'm sure I do. And now it shows me, because we've already have these 4 in here in the entry screen, and you're not allowed to have items in the entry screen. It says, do I want to delete them and replace them? And I say yes, because I just brought them in to show you that. So before you do this, you should make sure that the entry screen is empty when you do that. So here are my images that I've brought in from the archive, and now you see that I can go into into the preferences, and I can change it. For instance, maybe it was done in non-repetitive, and now I can change it to singular and plural, and then I can reprocess the images in that different style for my different client. So that's one of the ways I can do it. Or I could change the generators if I want. So there you go, that's the archive. Remember that this is just a place for storage. You can't change anything in here, and if you want, you can copy these images to the active, or you can bring them into the entry screen to reprocess them. Thank you very much.